Hello everyone and welcome to the Chart of the Week. Now over the past month, I've been bringing you charts like retail sales and GDP, which are clearly drivers of the economy and will be reflected in the price of our stock markets going forward. But I thought I would mix it up a little bit this week and show you something that many of you probably don't want to see, not really comfortable with, don't like the topic, but you know what? There's opportunity in their fields. Of course, I'm talking about weed. Cannabis industry, folks, it has been absolutely beaten down. So let's start off by taking a peek at a chart of MJ. What you're looking at here is a chart of an ETF. It's a fund that carries a basket of securities that are all involved in the cannabis industry in one way or another, whether they're producing of plants or products or services or packaging. This is a representation of that market segment. And you can see it's been pretty damn ugly. If you go back 1 year from March of 2019 to March of 2020, you're looking at a slide of 78%. 78% is a pretty significant drop for the value of an entire market of companies. Now, of course, during that process, people were making money. How? Well, most people are familiar with going long, where you buy something at a low price and you sell it at a higher price. That's called going long. Going short is where you sell something at a high price and you buy it back at a low price. And I think you'll agree that during this slide, there were many people who were short this market, making a ton of money. What's interesting about this is what happens after the fact when these people are holding shares short. How do they get hurt? Well, if someone is short betting that's going to go down, they get hurt when things move to the upside very quickly. And when the scales get tipped too far to one side, meaning too many people were short, you can get some explosive moves, which is what we're seeing right now and potentially even more in the future. Let's take a peek at the short interest for MJ to give you an idea of how this picture looks. Here we have the list of cannabis stocks with the highest short interest total, meaning the ones that are the most heavily shorted. You see some familiar names there. Canopy Growth, GW Pharma, Aurora Cannabis, Cronus Group, Afria, Tilray. These are some major players, but what's noteworthy here is on the right-hand side, you can see that 26% of Canopy shares were short. That means that over 1/4 of all the shares are short. That's a ton. That is getting way off kilter and out of scale. Now, we'll go even further there. You can see you have GW Pharma is at 18%. Cronus was at 28%. You have Aurora Cannabis at 23%. Remember, Aurora Cannabis came out with earnings last week and blew up from $6 to almost $20. Somebody got hurt on those shorts. So what does the chart look like now? Well, if we take one step further and go to the cannabis chart of ETF of MJ again, you'll notice we have that 78% decline, but look what's happened since then. Boom, it has been a huge rally of 60% to the upside in just a little over a month for the MJ ETF. So what's the point of this chart and why is it important? It's important to know because when markets are trending, either up or down, people will generally join those trends. We're used to markets going up, so people go long. But when they go down, you can make money by shorting. However, there's a risk there. It's called a short squeeze. When too many people get short, what happens is if price moves up a little bit, those people may be forced to buy to cover. Remember, if you sold first, you have to buy those shares back. You're borrowing them essentially, so you have to pay them back. And as that price spikes up, a lot of those shares are being squeezed. Those sellers are forced to buy back right away, and we see these really aggressive moves up. My guess is the next couple weeks, the next couple months, you'll see some more short squeeze in that cannabis area, which makes it the chart of the week because it just reeks of opportunity. Oh yes, you noticed the joke there, cannabis and reeking? That's just what we do here at Trader Merlin. I'll see you guys next week. If you'd like to learn more, visit TraderMerlin.com or join us live on our show every day, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific on YouTube.